Do children deserve a payday for bringing home good grades? For many parents, this is an easy, tangible way to say, job well done.
But how much does it really cost in the long run? News 4's Jen Shahn spoke to some local parents and a psychologist. Jen?
Well, Don and Jackie, a UB psychologist says when it comes to kids and rewards, you have to think in the long term. That means looking for positive habits, not just positive outcomes. So cash for grades isn't an easy fix, but Western New York parents don't all agree. Every weekday around 8:15, the Antonelli kids head off to work, sort of. As far as Hamburg mom Jackie is concerned, school is their job, and she's more than willing to dish out a salary.
As adults, we get paid to go to work to do our job, and we always sit there and tell our kids, your job right now is to go to school, get good grades and everything.
A good report card or an improvement in a subject earns a cash bonus. This is instead of a regular allowance or paying for chores.
I don't get paid for cleaning my house. They're living here, they make the mess, they have to clean up after it. To where I think as far as schoolwork is a completely different scenario.
But the Antonelli kids view school very differently. Kindergartner Leora loves it, while getting second grader Travis to do his homework is like pulling teeth. UB psychology professor Larry Hawk says understanding what motivates your kids is key.
Watch what your child does when they can do whatever they want. Watch what they eat. Watch what they seem to get a kick out of. What do they choose to do in their free time?
What works for one child might not work for the other, so automatically reaching for your wallet, he says, has downsides.
It can have some negative consequences, like increasing the likelihood of cheating, or making the behavior not so likely as soon as those consequences aren't around, like when they go to college, or maybe even high school sometimes.
Kenmore mom Danielle Fleckenstein says her kids won't see any green for making the grade. She wants second grader Abel to take pride in his schoolwork and make the decision to work hard on his own. She doesn't see school as a job.
I see it more as a responsibility. It's something they need to do for themselves in life.
And she gives the 6-year-old a choice.
And he's said to me in the past, I don't want to do my homework. And I say, well, okay. Tomorrow morning, you can go into school and tell your teacher that you chose not to do your homework. And then he thinks about it for a second, and he does his homework.
Another concern she has with making good grades a payday, how her kids associate a dollar amount with a certain letter grade.
I want him to try his best, and I want him to put his best effort into it. And if his best effort is a C, that's okay.
Professor Hawk says it's the act of rewarding that's effective, not the reward itself. He's done studies that show positive consequences, like going out to a favorite restaurant or choosing a movie, can motivate kids just as well. What parents need to keep in mind, he says, is the habits they're helping to mold. Now, we've received a lot of feedback from Western New York parents on this topic, and there's really no consensus on this. Hawk stressed that every child is different, and there's really never a perfect way to incentivize. So what do you think? Would you pay your kids for good grades? We've created a poll for you to weigh in. Just head to WIVB.com. Reporting live in the studio, Jen Shahn, News 4 at 6.